Welcome to Let's Play Rule the Waves 2 as France, starting in 1920. It's June 1942, this is episode 51, and all is going pretty well, cross fingers. I've just come back from a lovely weekend down in Portsmouth, going around HMS Victory and HMS Warrior and the wonderful submarine Alliance, and indeed the Holland submarine. I'll probably put together a little video of my holiday snaps. For those of you who don't live in Britain and you ever want to come to the UK, don't just stay in London. Go to Waterloo Station in London, take the train down to Portsmouth and visit the historic dockyard. It is marvellous, absolutely marvellous. And of course, if you do live in Britain, go. This coming weekend, I'm going to go away for a long weekend and be with my mates and drink beer and play a classic cardboard counters, map, hex, war game, Panzer's Last Stand, part of the Battalion Combat series. I'm going to be starting up a whole new series on that game, but fear not, guys. My first love is Rule the Waves. I will be carrying on with this series until we get to 1945, or France is crushed, one or the other. Over to where we are currently. The fleet's looking in pretty good shape, just a couple in for repair, the Guidon and the Admiral Cecile and the Pan-Leve. The rest are all going well. Submarine under construction, still 8-9 months away, and the Chateau de Joux is still a year away. I only have a tiny little monthly balance, so basically I can't really build anything, and the things I had building are a long way off. My hope is that before any of this arrives, the war will have finished. I really don't want a long war with Britain if I can manage. We're ahead in victory points, but not by a startling amount. If we go to the map, we've lost Djibouti in the Indian Ocean. Oh dear, never mind. And the British fleet is currently in the Mediterranean. Whether they're going to organise an invasion of some of my territories in the Mediterranean, or whether they're going to go back to Northern Europe and lift the blockade that we have on them and instead have a blockade of us, don't know, could go either way. Otherwise, I feel I've been fortunate and unlucky in kind of equal measure, so that's okay. Let's hope that my my good fortune continues as we move off into July. Destroyer action. I'm not a huge fan of destroyer actions. They twist and they turn and they often go nowhere whatsoever. So we'll just see if there is anything of interest here. The time is 35 minutes to dusk, so even less than usual. I'll crank up the speed. I can't control anything until we find the enemy, and there they are. They're in Plymouth defence area, so I very much doubt we'll be able to do much with that. I'm guessing they are themselves a torpedo formation. Oh look, a destroyer formation even. And there goes dusk. Even if I turn them down. Oh, hello. So, let's turn this way. And then that way, just see if we can pick off anybody. You know, if we just get a little corvette or something, that will be fun. Oh! If we can get a little corvette, like this one. Well, that's a surprise bonus. Yes, why not? There's another identified ship here. Maybe it's a transport. They all seem a bit unhurried. It is another corvette, so let's nip in. That claims to be a light cruiser. I doubt it. I mean, 2 corvettes would be a more exciting result than I've had from a destroyer engagement than usually. Oh, hello. Oops. Right. So that seems like a good reason to come out of there. Let's go that way and confuse them if we can. Yeah, think we've probably done everything we can. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Let's see if there's these odd little, there you see a little merchant ship, bit of a picking. There we go. There's no particular objectives with this, so I don't see why I should risk anything more. I mean, it'll only be a teeny tiny little victory, but it's only a teeny tiny little battle, so fair enough. Home you come, boys. Hope you've enjoyed stretching your legs. And in you go. Yes to all. And there we go. And we torpedoed an enemy destroyer, but lost the submarine. Boo! So, surprisingly, we randomly lost a submarine. Yeah, thank you. We did sink a destroyer and a corvette and an auxiliary. So, well done us. Just a little warm-up battle there, I think. Here we go. Minor victory. Well, fair enough. And another submarine lost. These submarines are just being crushed. Okay, we've damaged the battleship. That's nice. Hit a mine. Yeah, only 44 submarines left. They only have 8, but their 8 seems to do a sterling job. Enemy gains 180 victory points for blockading us. So the British fleet has obviously returned to northern waters. So let's just have a little look at what that looks like. So they have 10 battleships, 5 battle cruisers, 4 heavies, 8 carriers, 4 light carriers, blah, blah, blah. They have 400 aircraft. We have 600 aircraft. We are 13 battleships, 3 carriers, Panleve's still in repair, and 2 light carriers. They're bigger, but not overwhelmingly so. The being blockaded is, ultimately a bit of concern, but at the moment our unrest is level 1, so nothing really to fear there. And into August, a coastal raid. Now, the Harwich battle was a coastal raid, and that went well. So let's see if we can have some sport here too. Yes, let's attack the ships. Oh, we're straight in. So let's check out what is going on here. Crikey. Okay, so this is a bit complicated. Here we have a battle division, and here we have another battle division, and together they make up the main force. They do have the Trident here as a light carrier with fighters on it. There's also the carriers here, here, and here in 3 battle groups. So that's all quite complicated. We've got some cruisers down here. So yes, that's part of the main battle force again. So quite a complicated picture. If we zoom out, we are off the coast of East Anglia again. We have a straightforward bombardment target here, which is great. So we can send the battle fleet down that way. That's not a problem. What is a problem is that the wind is coming from the north-northeast, which means that the carriers will have to go in that direction in order to launch their planes. And I don't really want them going in that direction because the chances are that the British are off here, although I guess they could be here or indeed down there. Who knows? Let's check the time. It's twilight already. Okay, so this is part of the ridiculousness of it. This is no time for carriers to be caught 1 or 2 miles off the English coast. They're not motor torpedo boats, for heaven's sakes. The carrier force is mainly going to run away. I'm going to send them that way towards the Dutch coast to clear a bit of distance. No point organising any search planes. We are in July, so at least nighttime will be relatively short. So I could, if I wanted, keep my forces in the North Sea and then see if I can bring about battle in the morning with the carriers. So actually, I kind of like that idea, so let's try that. And that's essentially it for the moment. So let's do I know? Seem to be shooting at that coastal battery. So we've spawned right next to a coastal battery as well. That's great. 8-inch guns as well. And we are 3,000 yards. My carriers are 3,000 yards from a battery of 8-inch guns, for God's sake. Right, I just had to abandon a battle that was just got too ridiculous, which is something I don't normally do, but one of my carriers spawned 3,000 yards away from an 8-inch gun battery off the coast of England at dusk. So ridiculous that carriers are so close to the enemy coast at dusk, that it was 3,000 yards away from 8-inch gun battery. It took critical hits, which damaged its rudder, so it then proceeded to parade in lazy circles, presenting a wonderful opportunity for this gun battery who couldn't believe their eyes, and I couldn't believe their eyes. It was just ridiculous, so we're not doing that one. Let's go again and see if we get a slightly more sensible battle. A carrier battle out in the Bay of Biscay. Okay, well, let's see what happens here. I noticed that we're probably too far away from British air bases, other than their very longest range missions, so it's down to their carriers, because Plymouth is not an air base, whereas we will have Brest and Saint-Nazaire and possibly La Rochelle as well. So let's accept this and attack enemy ships and see what we have. Okay. It said carrier battle. We have a carrier force. So 4 carriers disposed in 3 carrier groups. Annoyingly, the Sioux and the Lafayette are in separate groups, but that's okay. Let's check the time. So it's 5 hours and 45 minutes to dusk, which is nice. We are heading away with the wind. So the wind is coming from the west, which means when we launch, we will move towards our bases, which is nice for once. Let's check out the old air search. So we're going to put our cap onto heavy. Part of me would still like to put our cap onto maximum, but I hear your advice, guys. Let's just sort out the distance of our search. So that should be like that, and that should be like that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 search planes. Seems okay. Let's see if we spot anything. Just press that and fly those off and see if we get any decent reports. So no reports yet. Obviously, airplanes from Brest have also launched. And just nope. I'm only interested in the reports. Okay. So no reports of anything. Okay, let's have a little think. So we have Okay, we finally have some reports here of enemy ships. If we go and have a look, they claim to be 2 light cruisers going in various directions. Okay, 2 are heading southeast. Now it is already just 1 hour before dusk, so we're not realistically going to be able to do very much with them. So I'm going to take my force and I'm probably going to send it north. It's annoying that the reports screen doesn't stay on. Keeps flipping across to the log screen. So no further. So I'm hoping that nighttime is fairly short, and if I put myself over the mouth of the English Channel, I'll be able to intercept whatever these guys are doing. Let's just check for 6 hours. Okay, guys, let's just cruise around for 6 hours. Yep, still no new reports, which is fine. No reports whatsoever. Let's bring them round a little bit. Here comes the new day. So let's have a look. So let's increase the distance to 200 miles. And let's increase, not that one, but this one. So it goes down a bit. And see if we can find anything at this kind of range. Let's even push it to 250. Wind has stayed constant. That's okay. We're about halfway through this peekaboo battle. Whoa! So here we go. This is interesting. So reports. Actually, there must be a reports thing in the preferences that I'm not sorting properly. There we go. Pause battle on new report. Obviously, sometimes that can be irritating and you want to turn it off. But in this case, it's interesting. So let's see what we have. A battleship and 3 battle cruisers and 2 carriers. This force claims to be a similar lot. So yes, 4. Pity you can't just hover over them and it'll just tell you. So there seems to be 2 groups and they both seem to be very active. Let's get our strikes sorted. I'm going to prepare a strike from the Joff using this most recent report, which I also assume is that one. I like that this one is from a parasite fighter launched from an airship. Nice to see the airships are still pulling their weight. So yeah, let's do that one. Let's just give it some corresponding stuff from the Chateau de Foy. It doesn't have any fighters, shame. So presumably it's committed those all to cap. We're only about 100 miles away, so I'll make the dive bombers heavy. We will coordinate and let us ready that strike. From the Sul, we will do something similar and ready that strike too. And then from the Lafayette, they already have cap flying, so if we do that, and equally do all of that and ready that lot. Okay, so let us see what happens with that. Give it a few minutes to get ourselves ready. Let's zoom in a bit. So if they are here, and I need to just a few more minutes to launch them all. I think that's all of them. Go back and launch them. Ready, and launch them, and then these two are ready, and launch that too. Okay, that will give them something to do. Johnny come latelys. All right, lads. Where are you? Okay, you can launch as well. I thought there was something else. It'd be nice if it just told you not when they're just ready, but that they're all ready together, having sorted them all out, and launch. Such things can help overwhelm the defences. I'm not unreasonably happy with that. Coming after me. Oh, let's me just pause and just check out what the heck's happening here. Okay, so from La Rochelle, we have some medium bombers who've come in. They've lost a plane, and then some dive bombers have come in, and they have scored 2 bomb hits on a battleship, apparently. And then some flying boats have come in, 2 got damaged, but they scored 2 hits on a battle cruiser and struggled. And yeah, enemy Hampton Cap, and they shot down some of the PBs. Shame about that. And then hit by a torpedo. So hit by a torpedo is very nice. So well done our land-based air for giving them a bit of a hard time, even though the British Cap is being a bit more effective than it was last time. So let's see how my force does. I'm going to go back and set another group off, and we will target this other group, which I believe is down there. Actually, let's target it the old-fashioned way, which is to go that way. Thanks, guys. And let's ready them. That will give us the Soule, who also can do the same. Ready them, and the Lafayette is fully committed. So let's carry on with that. This is my lot approaching enemy ships. Let's see if they can do some good damage. More bomb hits on battleships and things. Not seeing, I was going to say not seeing torpedo hits, but then, you know, I just have to be patient. Obviously the level and another one. The level and another and another. Oh, ho, 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 ho. And another. I think we may have sunk something. I'm just getting this strange feeling. I really would love to bring our carriers towards Brest. And if I go to the division, I would love to request, oh, here it is, request land-based. That seems like a good thing to do. And another torpedo. Wow. This is, whatever's happening, it all seems to be going very well. That's the Soule ready. And the Joffre. And in a moment, yes, the Chateau de Foy. Chateau de Foy's quality still impacting air operations. They're just not as good. Hang on, let's just exit this, go to reports and see what we can see. So battleships there and there, there. Let me try and make sense of this. Okay, I've deleted old reports. Every single one of these reports is around here, and they all agree that it's about a battleship and 3 battle cruisers with some light cruisers and destroyers. The only one that is different is this report here, which is for 2 battle cruisers and 4 and the carrier force, basically. So I'm going to launch against them, get my airstrikes in, go to location, and go in that kind of direction, because they're going east-southeast. Actually, let's even do that direction because they're going to take some time, and launch. Coordinated CV, yeah, launch you guys. Escorts has bombs loaded, and is this, no. Let's just see what I've done wrong there. Oh, I can't seem to fix it, so let's just launch, get on with it. And with the next one, launch as well. I don't think there was anything from the Lafayette, so let's exit that and keep on moving. Oof, the enemy cap is making merry with my flying boats. Oh, some of my more planes going. Some more reports down there. It's interesting to see that obviously there's a force down here and there's a force there. This appears to be the carrier force. This appears to be a battle fleet force. But intelligence is so poor that aside from hearing messages of tally-ho, it's really hard to know what on earth is going on. They are taking some hits. What effect that's had, and torpedoes, and another. I mean, it's marvelous stuff. But if you're a carrier admiral, you might as well have like a Ouija board or something, you know. Ooh, I can feel some ships down in that direction. It is all a bit mental. The main thing is they don't seem to have found me, which is nice. I've got reports of some people landing. I'm just going to see. Nope. I mean, I've got my squadron size filtered to 7 because it was pointed out that I was launching teeny weeny little strikes last time, and actually you should probably try and concentrate them, which I think is the right thing to do. So, yep, plenty more reports. And notice they're all a bit inconsistent. Might just have to tidy up the reports again in a moment. Good to see that I'm at least heading east. Oh, there goes my planes. Let's sort this one out. So I've simplified the reports, but it's still consistent. There's a group here and there's a group there. I don't know if my planes will find them. I seem to have sent them down there when they've gone up there, which is unfortunate. How are we doing for time? Dusk will be in 10 hours. It's a long old summer day. I'm just doing 5-minute turns. We seem to have found somebody, and again, which is nice. They're taking some of my planes down, which is unfortunate. Slightly as predicted by some clever people. Yes, you can smile. British cap has finally got its arse in gear after its disastrous showing last time. Oh, there's some more torpedoes. I have no idea how much damage I've inflicted on the Royal Navy. I'm just pleased to say that they haven't inflicted any on me. I'm just going to check. We still have this thing going, which we do. Request land-based cap. And I'm just moving things on in 5-minute slots.